Without further ado, after the vignette, let's dive into today's message.
All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a word that for a lot of people in the Christian faith can feel, well, heavy. That word is obedience. But what if we've been looking at it all wrong? What if it's not about gritting your teeth and trying harder? What if it's actually a gift? That's what we're going to explore.
I think this is something we can all relate to, right? We genuinely want to follow the right path. You have the absolute best intentions. You want your life to line up with what you believe. And yet, we keep stumbling. We fall short. It's this super frustrating cycle, isn't it? So, what is going on here?
Well, it turns out this struggle is nothing new. Not at all. In fact, it's a story that's as old as the hills, a story about making a huge promise that when we rely on just ourselves, we are completely unable to keep.
And this promise to obey, it's a major theme. Think about the people of Israel in the book of Exodus. They've just been freed. It's this incredible moment, and they make this bold promise to God. Not just once, not twice, but 3 separate times they promise to faithfully obey everything he says. And right there, that's the fundamental problem, isn't it? You've got the promise on one hand, so sincere, so all in, we will do everything. And then you've got the reality. A long, sad history of failure, of turning their backs, of just not being able to follow through.
Now, let's be real for a second. Doesn't that sound familiar? Our own stories often look exactly like that. We know we're weak, we're broken, we make New Year's resolutions, we commit to doing better, but we find out pretty quickly that our own willpower just doesn't cut it. There's that same massive gap between what we promise and what we actually do.
So if we can't do it on our own, are we just doomed to fail? Well, no. And this is where the whole story flips on its head. Here's the good news. God never commands something without also giving us the power to actually do it. The real source of change isn't something we muster up inside ourselves. It comes from Him.
And this verse from Ezekiel? Oh man, this is everything. It's the key to the whole thing. Just listen to the language. It's all I will give you a new heart. I will remove your heart of stone. It's not God saying, hey, you need to perform some spiritual heart surgery on yourself. No way. He's making it crystal clear that He's the surgeon. He does the work.
Okay, let's just walk through this because it's so important. Every single step of this change, God is the one doing it. He's the one who purifies you. He's the one who takes out that old, stubborn heart of stone. He gives you a brand new, soft, responsive heart. He puts His Spirit in you. And then what happens? He causes you, He makes you walk in His ways. It is His work, 100% from beginning to end.
And all of this leads to something that seems like a total contradiction. One of the great paradoxes of faith, really. It sounds kind of backwards, but here it is. The first step to getting God's strength is to fully admit that you have absolutely none of your own.
Listen to how bluntly the leader Joshua puts it to the people. He just says, you are not able to serve the Lord. Wow, he's not trying to be a downer here. He's making them face the facts. He's saying, look, on your own steam, with just your willpower, you can't do this. It's an impossible job.
But then you get the other side of that coin. The Apostle Paul puts it so perfectly. When I am weak, then I am strong. It's in that exact moment, the moment we give up, stop trying to do it all ourselves, and just admit we're weak, that's when we open the door for God's power to rush in. Our weakness literally becomes the key that unlocks His strength in our lives.
Okay, so this probably brings up a big question for you. I know it does for me. If God is the one providing all this power, then why do I still mess up? Why do we still struggle? The answer, it turns out, is all about one thing: connection.
See, it's pretty simple when you break it down. We fail when we try to operate on our own power, when we unplug from the source. The second we're disconnected from Christ, our old programming, our old nature, it just takes right back over. But when we stay connected, when we're living in union with God, something incredible starts to happen. His will starts to feel like our will. His desires become our desires.
And this verse from Philippians just nails it. It says it's God who is working in you. Think about that. He doesn't just give you the power to do the right thing. He actually works in you to make you want to do the right thing. He's the source of both the desire, the will, and the power, the act. How cool is that?
So let's pull all these threads together. What does this all mean?
Well, it means we can finally have a totally new and honestly a much more freeing perspective on obedience. It's time to stop thinking of it as this heavy, crushing burden, a checklist of rules that we have to force ourselves to follow.
Here's the new definition. This is the big takeaway. Obedience is no longer a burden. It's simply the natural fruit of the Holy Spirit living inside of us. Think about it. An apple tree doesn't struggle and strain to make apples, right? It just makes apples. It's the natural result of the life that's in the tree. In the exact same way, obedience becomes the natural, organic outcome of a life that's plugged into God.
And so, that's the question I really want to leave you with today. What would change for you, right now, if you stopped seeing obedience as this stressful item on your to-do list, and instead, you started to see it for what it truly is, a gift of a new heart, a new spirit, a new power, a gift that you're simply invited to receive?